The person you've been patiently waiting for is finally preparing to return to you. They've spent a long time living a life that doesn't feel like their own, trapped behind masks, surrounded by superficial expectations, and weighed down by fear and insecurities. Every day in that life has felt like a performance, one that has drained their spirit and distanced them from their true self. But deep inside, there's always been a pull, a constant tug at their soul drawing them back to you. They're beginning to realize they no longer want to pretend, no longer want to run from the emotions that lead them straight to you. They are tired of the facade, tired of the loneliness, tired of denying the connection they feel with you. What captivates them most about you is something incredibly rare and precious: your authenticity. You are genuine in a world that often rewards superficiality. You are loyal when others are quick to abandon. And because of that, you've become their safe place. You've shown them that it's okay to be real, to be vulnerable, and to show up just as they are. With you, they don't have to hide their flaws or pretend to be perfect. You love them for who they are, not for the version they feel they have to be for the world. That sense of unconditional acceptance is something they've never truly experienced before, and it has changed everything for them. They know, without a doubt, that you're not someone who would betray their trust. You're not someone who judges their past or their pain. You're not the kind of person who disappears when things get hard. They've seen your consistency, your compassion, and your unwavering heart. They've felt your presence even in your absence. And that's why they're being drawn back to you with a force they can't resist. You are their anchor, the one person who makes them feel grounded, seen, and safe. Both of you feel this deep, almost spiritual bond. It's not just love, it's a sense of completeness when you're together. The joy you bring to each other's lives is indescribable, and the comfort you offer one another feels like home. There's a shared understanding between you that doesn't need many words. Just being in each other's presence is enough to bring peace and happiness. Neither of you wants to let this connection go because you both know how rare and irreplaceable it is. The thought of losing each other is unbearable, and that's what makes this reunion so vital. It's not just about love. It's about coming home to the person your soul recognizes. Your person loves you more deeply than they've ever been able to express. You're on their mind constantly. No matter where they go or what they do, something always reminds them of you: a song, a scent, a memory, even a stranger's smile. They often find themselves searching for pieces of you in the people around them, but no one compares. No one makes them feel the way you do. Just the thought of you brings them joy, makes them smile, and fills their heart with warmth. You're their light in the darkness, their joy in the sadness, their calm in the chaos. In you, they see the best person they've ever met, someone who loves purely, lives sincerely, and gives selflessly. You've inspired them to grow, to heal, and to become better. You've shown them what love should feel like: safe, passionate, honest, and enduring. That's why they're no longer willing to stay away. The time apart has only made their love for you grow stronger and more certain. They long to sit with you and open their heart completely. They want to tell you everything, the good and the bad, the joyous and the painful. They want to share their dreams, their fears, their regrets, and their hopes. They want to talk about their past hurts and the things they've never told anyone. And more than anything, they want to hear you, understand you, and be there for you the way you've always been there for them. With you, they finally feel ready to be vulnerable, because with you, they feel truly understood. This reunion isn't just about rekindling a romantic relationship. It's about healing, about growth, about two souls coming back together after weathering storms and learning what truly matters. Your person knows now more than ever that love like yours doesn't come around often. They're ready to honor it, cherish it, and never let it go again. so be patient just a little longer. They're on their way, heart wide open, ready to love you the way you've always deserved to be loved, with truth, with loyalty, and with a depth that only grows stronger with time. Your person is deeply committed to the connection they share with you, and they are not willing to let any third-party situation come between what the two of you have. This bond is something sacred to them, something they believe is rare and worth fighting for. Even in moments of confusion, silence, or emotional distance, they hold on to the belief that what you share is deeper than what others may understand. No external influence, be it a person, a circumstance, or even fear, has the power to truly break what they feel for you. This realization has only grown stronger over time as they have begun to reflect more deeply on their journey, both alone and in relation to you. Step by step, your person is working hard to break free from the patterns, relationships, and emotional burdens that have kept them stuck in a low vibrational state. These might be toxic attachments, limiting beliefs, or self-sabotaging behaviors they once thought were normal. But now, they are becoming more aware of how these things have blocked their growth and delayed their happiness. They are learning to release the old wounds and painful memories that no longer serve them. This process isn't easy, but they are slowly becoming more aligned with their higher self. And with each breakthrough, they move closer to being the person they know they are meant to be, the person who can truly meet you where you are and build something meaningful with you. What keeps them going is the strong inner knowing that your souls are connected, regardless of physical distance. They feel you in ways that words cannot fully explain. Whether they are alone, surrounded by others, at work, or in the quiet of the night, there's a spiritual presence they constantly feel, a quiet assurance that you are there, with them, on some invisible yet powerful plane. This connection has made them realize that no matter how far apart you may be in the physical world, you remain united at the soul level. That truth brings them comfort, even in the hardest moments of separation. Your person wants you to understand that this time apart is not the end of your story. Far from it. It's a necessary chapter, one where both of you are called to walk your own paths, not in isolation, but in preparation. This is a time for healing, for growth, for awakening. They are starting to see that in order to be together in a lasting and meaningful way, both of you must address the wounded parts of yourselves. These are the emotional scars, unresolved traumas, and inner fears that could otherwise undermine the love you are meant to share. They know that if you came together before this healing happened, the connection might not have had the space to flourish as it's meant to. They've tried, perhaps more than once, to shut down their feelings for you. Maybe they thought it would be easier. Maybe they believed that distancing themselves emotionally would allow them to move on or focus on other things. But what they found was quite the opposite. Every time they tried to bury their feelings, it only left them feeling more restricted, more disconnected, and more unfulfilled. It felt like denying their own truth. Suppressing the love they feel for you is like trying to cage something divine and infinite. It simply can't be done without deep emotional consequences. They are beginning to accept that what they feel for you is not just emotional, it's spiritual, it's transformative, and it's meant to be honored. More than anything, your person is now ready to show up fully for this relationship. They don't want to just daydream about a future with you, they want to take real, tangible steps toward it. They are ready to invest in this connection emotionally, mentally, and physically. They want to be present. They want to support you and be supported in return. They are envisioning a future where the two of you can grow together, learn from each other, and create something beautiful and lasting. This isn't just about romance, it's about building a foundation that can weather the storms and celebrate the sunshine alike. Yes, dear viewer, your person longs for union with you. Not a fleeting reunion, but a true, meaningful coming together of two souls who have done the work to meet each other fully and authentically. They want to share their love with you in the most complete way, without fear, without doubt, and without external interference. That moment is not far off. The seeds have already been planted, and with time, patience, and continued inner growth, this sacred union will blossom into something neither of you could have imagined, but both of you have always felt was possible. The divine masculine is currently enduring a period of deep emotional turmoil, a heartbreak that is both raw and overwhelming. This is not a surface-level pain, it is a soul-wrenching moment of realization that is shaking them to the core. They are being confronted by truths they had long buried, truths that now scream for their attention. At the heart of this inner storm is an aching, persistent yearning, a craving from their soul and higher self for your love, your warmth, and the nurturing energy you once poured so freely into their life. For a long time, they may have ignored these spiritual and emotional signals, choosing instead to suppress their feelings and mask their vulnerability. But now, there is no more running, no more hiding. The connection you shared was not ordinary, it was profound, rare, and deeply spiritual. They can feel it now more than ever. As they sit in silence, memories of your time together come flooding back with an intensity that brings them to tears. These aren't just tears of sadness, they are tears of regret, of guilt, and of longing. They remember your laughter, your comforting presence, and the way your heart always held space for them, even when they didn't know how to ask for it. And now, the absence of that love feels like a void that nothing else can fill. This emotional awakening is forcing them to confront the consequences of their own actions, or lack thereof. They are beginning to understand just how deeply their silence and emotional unavailability wounded you. You were left in the dark, abandoned without explanation, without closure, left to piece together what went wrong in a connection that once felt so divine. That betrayal of your trust has not gone unnoticed in their heart. It echoes back to them now, louder than ever, making them painfully aware of how their failure to communicate and take meaningful action led to the breakdown of something truly sacred. Your heart, once wide open and brimming with unconditional love, was shattered by their absence and their coldness. You had no choice but to become more guarded, more self-protective. It wasn't a change you wanted to make, but one you had to make in order to survive the emotional storm they left you in. They see this now, and it hurts them more than they ever imagined. For the first time, they are truly feeling the weight of what they have lost, not just the relationship, but the light you brought into their life, the love that asked for nothing in return, the safe space you created for them to simply be. This phase of their journey is one of painful but necessary self-awareness. They are beginning to see themselves clearly, flaws, fears, and all. It's as if a mirror has been held up to their soul, forcing them to confront the emotional immaturity and fear that drove their choices. They now realize that pushing you away didn't protect them, it only deepened their loneliness and prolonged their healing. The cost of their emotional detachment is finally being measured, and it's a price they never expected to pay. They are not just regretful, they are ashamed. Truly ashamed. The way they treated you, the coldness they displayed, the way they acted as if you didn't matter, all of it haunts them. They are replaying those moments over and over again in their mind, wondering how they could have been so blind to the pain they were causing. They now recognize that their behavior was not a reflection of your worth, but of their own inner chaos and unresolved wounds. Yet within this storm, there is also the seed of transformation. Your divine masculine is in the early stages of a spiritual awakening. The pain is acting as a catalyst, breaking down old patterns and illusions, urging them to grow, to heal, and to take accountability. They are beginning to understand that love requires courage, not just the courage to feel, but the courage to act, to communicate, and to show up with presence and consistency. They know that healing this connection, if it's even still possible, won't be easy. It will require more than just words. It will take vulnerability, effort, and time, things they once struggled to offer. But in this moment, as they sit in the quiet of their own heartbreak, they are beginning to feel the stirrings of that desire, to make things right, to show you that the love you gave was not in vain, and to prove, not just with promises but with actions, that they are no longer the person who hurt you. You may still be healing. You may not be ready to open your heart again. And that's okay. But know this, your divine masculine sees you now. Not just as someone from their past, but as the person who showed them what real love looks like. And whether or not reconciliation is possible, your love has changed them forever.